Hey guys, John here. I hope you're all doing well. So in this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. In this video, I'm going to show you my guitar recording setup back there on my desk and just sort of show you how everything is hooked up and show you the gear that I use to create my tones. I think it's a unique setup, so this could be interesting for you. Quick warning, some of my stuff is a little bit messy. I use this studio every day and my #1 goal is just to create good tones and good videos for you guys. So I'm not always focused on having everything very clean, you know, with a clean cable setup and all that stuff. But I like it here a lot. This is my safe space where I do all the magic, if you will. So I hope you'll enjoy this tour. Now, before we take a look at the desk, let me show you the amp racks real quick, just to see what we have going on here. A lot of amps, as you know, and as you can see, some pedals as well, scattered throughout the racks and on the floor. When you look closely, it's not as clean as you might think. As I said, it's a little bit messy here and there. But, you know, everything that I have here is to be used for videos and for music and all that good stuff. So yeah, these are the amps. Let me show you the guitars as well real quick. First of all, these are my main two cameras, Sony 6400s, really nice. Thanks to Mendel for recommending these to me. And then back there we have all my guitars. Now, you know, this isn't meant to be shown on video per se. So again, it's a little bit messy. I've got some cables here and an expression pedal, you know, a webcam and all that stuff. And I use this every day, so it's there for me to grab if I need it, right? So it's not there for me to show it to you aside from in this video. So we got some guitars down there and along this row. Some really cool guitars there. Some basses too, and then up here, some other guitars as well. Love my collection. Love every single guitar that I have. And then next to my desk here, I have another small rack with 3 guitars, 2 8-string guitars, my M8M Meshuggah, my Legator, and the Schecter 6-string 30-inch baritone guitar. So that's that. And then, of course, my desk. Now, as I said, it's not super clean. It's a little bit messy, but you know, that's how I run things. It's about creating the sound and the videos and all that good stuff, and it's not about keeping it as clean as possible, if you will. Now, before we get into this, I have my cabinet, my Grossmann Fatbox 1x12. Maybe you've seen the videos, maybe not, but that's back here. And that way it creates the least amount of interference. So when it's back here, I really don't hear it when I'm tracking or reamping or anything. So this thing is amazing. It was a game changer for me personally. I love using it for all my amp videos and stuff. And over here we have a bunch of speakers. So these are like 25 speakers or so that I've collected so far. And as you probably know, you can get IRs of all of them in my web store, links below. But yeah, that's the cabinet. It's hooked up with a couple cables back here. It's too dark, but those are like 3 XLR cables and 1 speaker cable. And then that speaker cable, I can grab that from there, just pull it out, and then I can put it into my amplifiers so that I can use my real cabinet, the Grossmann Fatbox, with all these wonderful, wonderful amplifiers. So this is my desk, and yeah, this is where I create all my music and my videos and stuff. And let's start with the centerpiece, the brain of the operation, my Kreative Devices laptop. I love this thing a lot. I have 2 of them actually. This is my newest one. And up until a little bit over a year or so ago, I was using a desktop, but ever since I switched to my Kreative Devices laptops, I've preferred it by far for a couple of reasons. I mean, the performance is just great. They are portable, and I have it right on my desk here, and I connect stuff into it and out of it, and it's just really easy to work with. So yeah, can't recommend them enough. Really powerful laptop indeed, and it's perfect for creating music, producing music and videos and all that good stuff. And then the laptop is hooked up to this 55-inch TV, 4K TV, which I use for editing and all that stuff. So, and these are my IK Multimedia monitors, the iLoud Precision MTMs. I use them every single day, of course, and I love them a lot. I did a video on these recently and people were like, yeah, you have to place them vertically, blah, blah, blah. So I tried it and it also sounds good this way. What can I say? So yeah, that's really nice. Now, my primary audio interface is my Fractal Audio FM9, which I use for tracking guitars and stuff. And it's also just a great sort of hub for reamping. It's just a great guitar recording and reamping hub, which I like a lot. It sounds really good. You can load a bunch of IRs into here. And yeah, as I said, you can record DI tracks really nicely with this and reamp very cleanly. So I love this thing so much. I used to have an Axe-Fx, but I don't anymore because this does the job quite nicely for me. I also have an HX Stomp here on my desk and a Quad Cortex in case I want to use that. And then I got this not too long ago. This is my Soundcraft mixer, and this plays an important part actually in my setup because the 3 microphones that I have in my Fatbox ISO cabinets, so there are 2 SM57s in there and 1 MD421 Kompakt, those are being routed into the first 3 channels. And the sound of those microphones is not going into the main output. So my monitors are connected to the main outputs. And I'm basically using this mixer as the preamp for the mics and to feed my modelers into. So these are the channels for my FM9, for example. And as I said, these are the microphones and I can connect different modelers and stuff onto the other channels. I have some cables, looks very messy, I know, but this is whenever I want to hook up another modeler or something like that, I could just grab those cables and plug it in. Now the signal of those microphones through the direct outs on the back are being sent into my FM9 on inputs 2 and 3. So that's 3 mic signals. And then whenever I'm recording in my DAW, I can record each mic separately and blend them to taste, as well as record a clean DI signal. So that is really cool. And I love that setup a lot. Now, what I can also do is route the mic signals to auxes and then blend those signals together. So say a mix between one of the 57s and the 421, and then send that signal to say a capture device so that I can make captures and have the mics, you know, blended to taste and have everything baked into the capture. So that's really cool as well. So that's what I use the auxes for. And of course the mics, the cables are going all the way from back there behind these amplifiers to the mixer. And from there they're being sent into the FM9. Of course we have a MIDI keyboard as well. And that's basically my main recording setup. I do have that red thing over there. That's an iDefender, an iFi iDefender, which helps removing ground loop noise that can come through your USB cables and stuff. And this is really messy, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna get some comments about that, but I don't really care, to be honest. I know this is not meant to be shown on videos other than this one. And it's just for me to work. And I do a lot of work here, editing and, you know, working on mixes and stuff like that. So that's what that is all for. Behind or underneath my desk, I have a Line 6 Helix, some expression pedals and stuff. And then in this rack, it's a bit dark, I hope you guys can see it, but I have a Marshall JMP1 preamp, a Digitech pitch shifter, and a bunch of reactive loads. So those are there if I need them. It's kind of like a storage unit right now. There's no amps or power amps in there that I use, so it's just there if I need it. So yeah, I think that that is my main setup. So when I record guitars, you know, I go into the input of the FM9 and then into the computer with USB and then record the signals, whether it's the DI track, which I always do, or an amp sim from the FM9 itself, or a signal from my real tube amplifiers and the Grossmann cabinet. I can record it all at the same time and have it all in my DAW, you know, nicely organized with the 3 mics separately recorded that I can blend to taste, and then the DI track for if I want to reamp those tracks. So it's not super complicated. It's a quite basic setup in that I have one computer, I have a backup somewhere else in the studio of my Kreative devices, laptops. I have a screen. My main audio interface is the FM9. I have the mixer for routing everything either back into the FM9 or to my monitors. I have a keyboard. I've got my guitars. I've got my amps. I got some cameras for recording the videos, including the one that I'm holding right now. And that's it basically. So yeah, that was a quick little video showing you guys my setup and how I have everything hooked up and all that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. I probably forgot a lot of stuff. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to support this channel, please hit the like and subscribe buttons also, as that really helps the channel out. You can also buy something at my affiliate links for Tomon and Sweetwater, or get something in my web store like IRs from all my speakers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.